Alright guys, as you saw from the title, today is the day the SR is going to be dropped back in, make this thing no longer just a shell. So I did all the boring stuff, the alternator, aircon, power steering and stuff, so the motor is ready to go. I just took the turbo off obviously so that it doesn't get damaged when we're chucking it in. And we got the 5-speed S15 box here, which I just was running before. I don't know if it's really going to last under this power, but yeah, gotta get this motor off the stand, start putting the flywheel and stuff on, and I'm going to put the trans on before it's in the car because it should be just a lot easier. I don't have a clutch alignment tool, so it'll be easier to try and align that outside of the car. And yeah, hopefully this is a short video and kind of straightforward.
What are you doing?
We are putting the flywheel on, making sure to put Loctite on these because it's a disaster if they come out, of course. I'm reusing these bolts. I realised I should have replaced them, but they should be fine. Torquing these to 95 foot-pounds, I believe we're supposed to. A bit scary with them being used bolts, but yeah, I'm going to do it in like 3 steps. So like 30, 60, 95. Using brake cleaner on the flywheel, and we'll be doing it on the clutch side as well because you want to try and make sure these surfaces are as clean as possible. So we chuck the clutch on. I think I mentioned before, no alignment tool. I think it looks good eyeballing it, so let's see if we can get this thing on. Use some pushing force and just... Oh, fuck. That's a good sign, that's a good sign. Nice. Alright, stop, I need to try and align. Alright guys, so apparently I'm just godly at aligning the clutch, and this went on first go, so that is good. Just trying to find a nice way to strap it, because we need it on about a 45-degree angle to get it in there. I think we'll lift it and like angle it if it doesn't angle now. The main danger point is here. I might try and put a cloth or something, but that can easily hit.
I like the bottom here, like in front. If you don't get it in enough.
Yeah, well, just watch that, but it should be fine. The engine bay is pretty big for the actual size of the engine. Pretty much there. These rear heater hoses are seriously impossible to get on when the motor's all the way in, so I'm just doing them now and then should finish dropping it in.
David, anything to add to that one?
No, not really. We will get there.
We will get there.
Yeah.
That fine?
Yeah, 10. Yes.
Yes! Hey, we've done it.
Sheesh. She is in.
Taking control for Jack right at the moment, as he takes care of the other things. Got the gearbox put in, engine mounts all put together, engines all in. Yeah, looks pretty good. Mounts, everything all wired up underneath. But yeah, I guess now to do the exhaust, turbo, whatever he's got right there. It'll look all nice and schmick.
Alright, Jack, quick update. Where you at? What are you doing?
Are you recording?
Yeah.
Well, exhaust is on, drive shaft is in, gearbox is in, engine is in. They're looking pretty good. I'm struggling here, but pretty much done.
Looking good.
Alright, I think that went relatively smoothly. She is in. looking very nice in there. Transmission, drive shaft and exhaust is all in. Of course, the exhaust finishes right down there, which is not going to line up with the turbo, but that's going to get fixed up when I send the car to fab in about a week. But yeah, we're going to get a feed. We're going to get a feed because it's took a fair few hours, and I'm going to let these guys go, and then I'll come back and do the outside pieces like the radiator, intercooler, heater core, all that stuff. Okay, so we just bled the clutch, and I already did the brakes, so that is all good. Now I'm gonna start working on the front. Gonna chuck the heater, there it is, the heater core in first.
Yep.
And that's literally it. Just heater core and a couple lines here down to the AC. Honestly, don't know what I'm talking about. I think this is just for aircon. I don't know if it's for heating as well. But yeah, now we can put the new radiator in. So, as you guys would have seen before, I've got a fresh toy rad. What you need to do for the bottom mounting parts, you can see here, they're just like a little bar of metal. You need to come over to your old radiator, and you need these, so don't just throw your old radiator out without grabbing these off. So just grab them, and that's how they mount. And I got some cool bits to go with this radiator. So straight from Japan, they actually just released these Yeshio factory silicon radiator hoses. They're pink and they just look sick, so I had to get them. And some radiator stays from Coralworks. They're like a nice purple, which will tie into other couple little Coralworks bit I have. So yeah, just a simple pink and purple theme, which I think will look pretty nice.
Fortunately, there is some minor defects with the radiator that Jack does not want to talk about. Not blaming anybody, probably came across in postage or something like that, but the box arrived with a little ding in it. Jack doesn't really want to say much, but...
See, the box is a bit ripped, but it is what it is.
Can live with it, but...
Nah, no one's gonna know, unless you're watching this video. Anyway, there'll be a fan shroud and stuff here, so...
Should be alright.
It's not there. Just plugging in some of the, or pretty much all the engine lube now. There's not much left. Just for the grounds, because you can see the bay's all been painted. I'm just using this Dremel to get rid of some of the paint, just so the ground is all good. And yeah, we are honestly very close. There's no ECU in the car, obviously, but yeah, not far away from having everything done and ready to go get some fabrication done.
It is 9:45 p.m, bit of a wrap up, but the last almost 12 hours or so, this was completely empty. This was bare minimum, and yeah, I'd say that's a pretty fair effort. What do you reckon, Jack?
Not too bad. Seriously, just got to put the power steering in and ECU, which will be a bit of a mission, but Built SR is in, which is close to being ready to go. What's up, guys? It is the next day. I'm just doing the finishing touches. Swapping my GK Tech fan over to this, replacing the stock one, and I've done a fair bit actually since yesterday. I filled the transmission with oil. I got some new clamps for my radiator hoses, so they're looking nice. I've finished all of the wiring, so other than the new wiring for the ECU sensors, everything's done. Power steering's in. I also had to get a new belt for the power steering pulley because if you guys didn't know, I think pretty much all of the pulley wheels on the ATR damper are underdriven, which means
you need the belt to be a little bit smaller, but you can get away with the 2 inner belts for the water pump and for the aircon. They tighten up fine, but the power steering one wasn't quite short enough. It was a bit too big and couldn't get it tight enough, so I had to buy one 20mm smaller. It's a 3PK855 if that helps anyone out. Running a full or stock S15 power steering setup. But yeah, I'm gonna throw this fan in and the fan shroud, which I am excited for you guys to see because I got that painted and it looks real nice. And boom. I personally do prefer the look of just having thermos and not having the fan shroud in here, but I've heard people have more troubles removing this than just keeping it work. So I thought painting it will just keep everything looking nice, just gloss black. It's actually super glossy. They do a really nice job on it. And yeah, I just think it works very well in the engine bay. It's crazy to say, but I've literally got to make 2 fuel lines, one from the return of the rail to the fuel pressure regulator, and one from my fuel filter down there, just to the feed of the rail in the front there. And other than fabrication and setting up the ECU, that is it. I've got some fluids to do, power steering, coolant, all that, but I think I pretty much do that as I'm doing the full starting it for the first time. So I think I'm going to chuck the turbo on just so I get that complete look for now and get some photos. And I've got some time, so I might as well chuck the 326 coils back in the front, put some TEs on, and I reckon I can sit this thing on the ground. I'll get all that done and show you guys what it looks like in 3, 2, 1.